Greetings to readers, viewers, and listeners, and welcome to this edition of the SuperBlog Versus, which is my WWE predict my WWE PLE prediction show. Now, I just want to get into a little bit of a topic, just right off the top of the gate. The letters for Lent, the Advent Hope, rather, will be starting this weekend with Christ the, with with a reflection on Christ the King, and we'll start as usual for the 4 Sundays of Lent. So I just want to bring that out there just in case. I just want to make sure I get that out of the way before anything else happens. I will be doing something for Hanukkah as well, and I'll be doing something for Easter for Christmas Day, probably day of. So I just want to let everyone know about that's in the cards for that's in the cards for coming attractions. I hope you all had a great Black Friday. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. But that's not what we're here to talk about. I wanted to get that out of the way so I can get into the predictions for Survivor Series. It's Survivor Series War Games 2023. Primary, ironically enough, the first WWE show that I actually watched or listened to was the 1993 Survivor Series from the old Boston Gardens, and that was the infamous one that had Owen Hart attack Bret Hart after the Survivor Series Family Feud match with the Hart family versus Shawn Michaels and the Knights. So I'm just bringing that out there. But it's been a really wonderful ride for these last 30 years. So I wanted to kind of get into this, and it's kind of the reason why I like to wait until after SmackDown's over, just so I know that I don't have anything to worry about when it comes to talking um, about any late breaking talking points that may come up, as you'll see from one match that we'll get to. But I want to just let you know that as a 10:19 as a 10:19 p.m. on Black Friday, I have no idea what the matches are going to be at this. I have no idea if there are any changes or anything like that. I have no idea what the changes are. So I'm gonna find out like everyone else. So why don't we go with the match I was looking for? Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar in a singles match. I feel like this one's gonna be really good when it comes to when it comes to war games. Not when it comes to war games, but when it comes to the history of lucha libre, when you consider Santos Escobar and his family, when you consider Dragon Lee and what he's done so far, I think that this is going to be a high flying match that I'm really looking forward to in my own way. If I had to give if I had to give my thoughts on this, I would say Santos Escobar only by only by either disqualifications or by or by cheating methods. I feel like that's been Santos's ordeal for thus far, so I feel like that's going to work well for him. But I feel like Santos Escobar is going to win. Nothing against Dragon Lee. I just feel like that's the way they're going to go into this one. Then we have for the Women's World Championship, Rhea Ripley versus defending against Zoe Stark. Zoe Stark has had a great year so far. Has she been good? Has it been a good year for her? Not really, but it's been a good start for her on the main roster. That being said, I feel like Zoe Stark will give her the fight of her life, but I feel like Rhea Ripley's on too much of a roll right now. I feel like she's someone that really cannot be stopped. So I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley on this one. And then we have the final singles match of the evening, unless there's something that happens beforehand. The WWE Intercontinental title, Gunther defending against The Miz. Now this one's been really like low key as far as the build is concerned, but it's really something that's going to be really special. I feel like it's something that's going to be really special when it comes to certain things that are going to happen. I think. I mean, Gunther's been in an incredible run. I feel like that's going to continue with a win over The Miz. I feel like The Miz, yes, is a good character, and I feel is a good is a good star, but he's not the wrestler that Gunther is, and I feel like if Miz is going to win this one, he needs to be convincing on this one. And there's a lot to do when it comes to Gunther. Honestly, I feel like Gunther is going to win this one. I feel like this is his time to shine. If it has to, but if Gunther has to lose, I feel like the Miz would be a perfect opponent to lose against outside of Ilya Dragunov, and he's got something to do too. So I'm gonna go with Gunther on this one, and then we have the men's War Games match. We have Cody Rhodes, Seth freaking Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and a returning Randy Orton going up against the Judgment Day. Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Drew McIntyre, and JD McDonough and Drew McIntyre. I feel like this has pretty much been a great match. I feel like the heel turn when it comes to Drew McIntyre has been really well done. I feel like it's been something that needs a little bit more into it. It kind of makes Drew look like a tweener that he wants people to cheer for him, but doesn't care if it cheers for him. Kind of like a Shades of Grey kind of deal. And I really appreciate it. And it's been a long time coming. With that being said, I feel like Cody Rhodes, Seth freaking Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Randy Orton are going to win this one. I feel like this is going to be really. I feel like it's going to be the Judgment Day's match to lose on this because I feel like Randy Orton for me is a wild card between what's going to happen here. I feel like he's going to give Cody's team the edge on this one. So that's my view on that. And then we have Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control, consisting of Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane. This one I'm expecting a lot out of too because there's been a lot of tension if you notice in the last matches, especially as we saw SmackDown today. Can they coexist? Can they not coexist? I feel like they will. Um, but I also feel like Shotzi could. I don't. I mean, here's how I'm looking at it. I mean, I feel like Shotzi could betray the the other four members on her team, or could take the loss against Damage Control. But could you imagine if Damage Control lost and Shotzi won? And Shotzi was the one that got the match for the team. I feel like that would be a pretty good idea to do. But I feel like here's how I'm feeling about this. I feel like Bianca's team's gonna win, and whoever wins is gonna pin Io Sky to kind of build themselves up for an eventual championship match coming on down the line. I feel like that could be Shotzi, but who knows? There's a lot of different things to go from here. So for that being said, that's gonna do it for my predictions video for Survivor Series 2023. If you like these videos, check me out on Instagram, on YouTube, and all that good stuff on the Autistic Super channel. And you can check out all my videos, including the Advent Hope video series of videos that are going to be coming out starting this week on the Autistic SuperBlog.wordpress.com. Stay safe, stay strong, enjoy yourselves, have a great Thanksgiving, and as always, shine on.